All right. Yo, it's ChaiTea here with Metaphos, and I got a very special guest with me here today. Winner of the most recent TGS Monthly, mother freaking Marcus Hayden.
Let's
Um,
go.
yeah, I mean it's awesome to have you on the pod, bro. It's like I've been working on this channel so long. Really great to have such a high caliber player on here. So happy for you, man. Just glad to see my fellow bird bro, and great friend, brother. Truly long time coming. Take down the whole monthly. I think there was like about 58 players. Yeah, I just want to see like how's your how does it feel winning the event? Your vibes, energy, any emotions you feel about it?
Yeah, no, it's definitely I've been having this weird dilemma in Edison where like I keep doing really well in tournaments where I'll start like 4-0 or 5-0 or 6-0, whether it's the monthly or even a lot of like majors. I'll start off hot and then I finish like X2 or I get knocked out in top 8 at these monthlies or top 4. So yeah, it did feel like a long time coming. It definitely helps the confidence, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Lost you in the finals of the last one. You got me to switch to Blackwings and then instantly turned around and won this one. So it feels great, man. I will say you hosting the channel without a backwards hat is kind of killing me a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're good.
Okay, there we go. But yeah, dude, I guess I owe you a personal thank you because I was so hardcore on trying to make fairies work. And then I was like, if I don't play this deck, it's just frogs. And you were like, why did you stop playing Blackwings? And I told you, at Nats, I had a game where I got eliminated in a game where I opened double whirlwind, a bunch of traps, and then I drew 2 traps and a gores for my next few turns. And you're like, so you opened double whirlwind, and just because you didn't draw a monster, that's why you stopped playing? I was like, ah, shit. So
yeah, I mean, that's a funny story. Yeah, dude, I know you abandoned the deck for a little bit. I stayed on, got a little bit of success with it, and then I'm so happy to have you back. Kevin Wu as well has hopped on the hype train of Blackwing, so
yeah.
yeah, it's awesome to see. And if you find like the amount I saw, like not even just you leveling up because you're already at such a high level, but like the micro like transactions that you have to do in the matchup to like really convert wins. You like master that in like less than a month. So I'm like, this guy's just too good, bro. He's
Yeah,
actually just
I
insane.
was saying in our last video, like, it's so rare when I feel like I was outclassed or outplayed, but when we played, like literal micro mistakes make the entire difference, especially in the Blackwing mirror. Like literally me choosing to set a bottomless at an inopportune time cost me our game 3, you know what I mean?
Yep,
So
yep,
like,
exactly.
yeah, and plus I don't know why we're lunatics and grind the Blackwing mirror. We get eliminated at Anaheim and we just start grinding the Blackwing mirror nonstop. And we're like, oh my God, this is so fun. And everyone's just looking at us sideways.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I think Kevin like told Kalenda that, and he was just like, "What are you guys like smoking or something? Like, are you guys crazy? Why would you want to play Blackwing mirrors all day?" But I think there's actually a lot of skill expression in that matchup, and I think you feel similarly.
oh yeah, no, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But
And there's
oh, go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say like yeah, I think there are Saki games where you can't do anything. Like there's Whirlwind, set road, whatever. But like I'd say in over half of them, you definitely have a chance in many of the games that you play.
Oh no, I agree. And a lot of times, like even if you resolve Whirlwind in the Blackwing mirrors, a lot of times it doesn't even win you the game because there's so much removal in the mirror that like you're either preventing future Whirlwinds with removing monsters or you're just clearing Whirlwind and it's really just a Rhoda, so it's not as crazy if you only got one search off. So like, yeah, you literally had a story at this last monthly where you turn 1 double Whirlwind and still lost that game. You won the match, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was against Kevin too.
Yeah, I mean the Blackwing deck just nuked me for 7,000 plus damage in one turn when I whirlwind up, so he doesn't have to worry about gores. And it's just it's one of those games where you can have that's the power of Blackwings. You can be +4 on them, but they just kill you on one turn because they had 3 exact cards that kill you. And so
Yep.
yeah, I think
And
that's just the power of the deck.
happens all the time. But yeah, I guess I'll hop into the deck list, then I'll talk a little bit about the tournament, and then we'll try out the deck online.
Yeah, let's get focused more on the monthly stuff and your deck list that you used to win.
Yeah.
I know that you mentioned that this was your exact 40 that you ran at Anaheim. I also ran this exact 40 and Kevin Wu as well. So
Yep.
yeah, did you want to talk about how we came to some certain decisions or what did you think about this list?
Yeah, definitely. So we played the same 40 main deck. I mean, the side has changed a good bit. I made some tweaks and then also some things I just wanted to test out from Anaheim, just from things that didn't feel like they worked out well. But for the main deck, I guess I'll just kind of touch on the things that aren't always standard. So I do believe in the 3 Blizzard, 3 Bora. I just want to maximize like seeing Blackwing monsters. It makes the deck more cohesive that way. Makes your whirlwinds better. Combos with your traps, obviously. I guess, yeah, we play Gores because we don't opt to main oppression or anything. And if you ever open it with Judgment, I mean, most of the time I open Judgment. I'm not setting it early anyways because it's like the checkmate card, like once you get to a simplified game state. Yeah, for trap cards, I guess the 1D prison's a little weird to some people. I like it a lot. I like that if they see it, they're going to respect it in future games and assume you're on multiple typically. But the other cool thing about our deck is we play so many one-of trap cards that it's really hard for your opponent to guess what you have. Like we have the 1 prison, 1 mirror force. Some people don't play TT, but I think this card's crazy. The 1 jar, 1 dust tornado, 1 deck dev, 1 dust shoot, and 1 judgment. So like you got a lot of one-ofs. The dust tornado is crazy. We ended up playing it over the 4th draw trap in our list. And the reason being is because it's in a lot of situations, it's like a draw trap where it's a chainable and you're still like plus one-ing if it gets like MST'd or popped by something. But there's also other situations where you just set it turn 1, you do nothing. Like you hold your whirlwind, you hold everything, and then your opponent's going to play. And a lot of times they won't commit 2 back row. And even if they do, sometimes setting, like if they commit 2 back row and summon a monster and you have like an Icarus or deck dev in hand, you dust tornado, hit, set the deck dev or Icarus, you get to play in their back row freely. They don't set a second one. Now you get to play freely under their board. And yeah, you could still set like additional cards like a draw trap or something if you need to in that spot. So yeah, really like dust tornado. It's honestly one of the better cards, even against decks like frogs. If you go first, or if you're ever just setting before they're setting back row, it's really good. Yeah, like that a lot. But I feel like the main deck, this is close to being standard. I think those are the only major differences is we still split our traps just because, yeah, I mean, honestly, if we were 2 months ago where everyone was only playing like 2 to 3 legacy, might still just do that. But now that the RBT rulers had 3 and 3, I thought it was still good to split these. And then, yeah, the 1 prison I feel good about. Actually, I typically side out the prison in the mirror match because the way you get value in the mirror match is when your opponent uses a removal card like prison, bottomless, stuff like that, and they chain like an Icarus or a deck dev, and it just doesn't feel good. That's why there's so many games where you're both sitting and passing in the mirror. So yeah, that's why I take that out, but I don't take out bottomlesses because at least bottomless, like still, if they have whirlwind, like forces the issue, even if they chain something, like they're not getting the search. So
yeah, no, I think we have a lot of reasons behind every card choice inside the main 40, and I think it paid off. I think we were both pretty satisfied with how the deck plays, and just basically all the inclusions. It's a mix-up deck. Like if you set 1, you get punished by Destiny. If you set multiple, you get punished by Icarus.
Yep.
If you blind space, you can lose to draw traps, and if you don't blind space, you lose to deep prison. It's like a lot of like risk calculation, and it forces your opponent to play in like a much more calculated way. And if they're off, like if they're even off 1 time and you get the plus, your deck can run them over, and that's not even counting whirlwind games, which is like
right.
Yeah, and I think that's why the deck is like very cohesive, and it has a lot of options, and that's basically what you want out of a deck. Basically, is to cover as many options as you can against varying board states and multiple different threats. So that's yeah, I think it's a very solid list for if anyone wanted to try it. It's definitely something that it's good to start with.
Yeah, I think this is a really clean 40. Obviously, deck can always change based on how the meta develops, but I'm really liking this list. Find it hard to switch out a card because like anytime I like cards like oppression, sometimes I want to main or like more draw traps, but it's like every card in here kind of has its place, and it's really hard to cut something. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think if people know you're on 1 prison now, they might not expect you to have the 2nd prison sometimes. So like if you rotate in 1 prison for a draw trap, all of a sudden they're like, oh, I just played in the second prison, which I didn't think he had, and so just like
Yep.
rotating two to three cards every tournament or whatever is like what keeps the deck really the mix up game strong with this deck, and
Right.
so yeah,
Especially at the monthlies. But we'll get to the
yeah,
side because I think
yep. Let's talk about the
some different
side.
things. So I'll also talk about what I changed from Anaheim because we played the exact same list for Anaheim.
Yep.
But the side, I changed something. So I did not play a second Cyber Dragon. I opted to play a system down. Specifically at Anaheim, two of my losses were against Machina, and that deck specifically, like, Cyber Dragon is good for an initial clear, but that deck has a lot, like, easy recovery, because just, like, any discard to bring Fortress back clears your thing if they only committed one monster. And I know Cyber Dragon covers more matchups, but Machina is, like, by far, in my opinion, Blackwing's worst matchup. Like, even Hero Beat, I know isn't supposed to be favorable. I feel like it's pretty even, to be honest. And then, so yeah, I went with the one system down. You split it that way. I had a game, like I said, I had double Cyber Dragon, special one. I had Contact Fuse, and well, later in the game, I drew the second one, and it was just useless because you're not going to play two Chimera Techs. You don't have the space for it. And system down not only clears all those cards, but it prevents any sort of recovery because it clears the fortresses, and then it also can turn off Avarice. So yes, even though it's more narrowly focused to just Machina, whereas like Cyber Dragon covers more matchups, I just felt like we had pretty good matchups across the board, like even post side, that I like that option.
Yeah, I'll make a comment on this card specifically. I know Kevin wanted to play this at Anaheim,
Yeah.
but we got talked out of it last second because of like Sizzle Sackphase was talking about how we shouldn't be siding, for a specific matchup and stuff. Like one card for one matchup, but it is one of our hardest matchups for sure. It's like constantly applying pressure. Its boss monster is like really annoying for us to deal with. Like if we kill it, it kills us. Like pops a card back on our side. It's just not a fun deck for us to play against, and so having a very specific hate card is not. I don't think is the worst card because our hate cards hit everything else in the format basically already. So like oppressions can hurt everything, dust tornadoes, and we use them to like max some of their max potential, I would think. And so having that split so that you don't have to like waste another extra deck slot and helping win one of your worst matchups, I think is definitely valuable in that way. And yeah, I agree with the hero beat sentiment of it being more 50-50 because before they used to it's the draw trap thing where before they always hit a real trap when they sparked you, but now it's kind of coin flip, and like if they don't even have spark, they're even worse off. So yeah. So and being able to sense that type of pressure from them is definitely I think what draws the matchup closer to 50-50 than 60-40 or whatever the sentiment was a year ago.
Right. No, I agree with you. And then like you were saying about Sizzle with system down in general, I typically agree with his sentiment. He was saying if you expect to only play like one, maybe two of these, you shouldn't side a specific card for that matchup. But after Anaheim and what was the event before I went to? Basically the last two majors I went to, I'd played two Machina in each. And I think it's just severe enough of a matchup that it justified the one side deck slot. But then we play the one Crow. We don't play more because you'll see later how our side is built, like with the soul releases, and like you have enough like to cover spreads. And then even against like it still is like some synergy with Icarus and stuff, but even against matchups like dragons and stuff, you still got a good amount of side for them. So we have
those two cards are just generic, like good against everything.
Like
Cyber Dragon and DD Crow.
Yep.
It can be used against like a variety of different decks that you're playing against. So it's good to have some staples in the side deck as well.
Right. Yep. And then we have the two Oppression. Oppression's super unfair card against very specific decks. Surprisingly, they didn't go too crazy for me against both the Glad Beast decks I played against. They kind of came too late against the first player I played against because I had a judgment and like lost a lot of life that way. I end up having away two Oppressions actually. And then I didn't see it against Jackson. So yeah, but it's so good and it's like zombies, glads. There's just matchups. It's just sometimes an auto win. I sided inverse frogs.
Diva Hero, like just random special summon only decks that want to combo off, and then you just have this card, and if they don't have the answer, they can lose the game on the spot. And so it's just one of those cards that define the format, honestly.
Yep, I agree. And then there's Dark Illusion. I like this card a lot. It's got wide coverage. I actually like it against frogs because they're not typically targeting your back row because how many chainables you have. So, you know, for Econ, Brain, Caius, Ryza, all that stuff, it's really good against that. And then obviously I put in Inverse Value. They play like 14 different cards that can target a monster. So even like Siroko's, right? I do it in the Blackwing mirror. Like, just a really good card. I will say against some of those matchups, I don't want to give away too much. I don't side it in going second specifically. But yeah, it's like a really, really strong go first side deck versus a lot of decks. Second DDV. Yeah, I mean, card's just busted. You know, I would not think it's crazy if people mean to even. Starlight Road, won't lie to you, I hated this card. I don't know why. It's like every time I had it, like my opponent's just never choosing to pop 2. It's like for really good against really greedy opponents, and sometimes they just like, the issue is if you set a card and it sits there for like 2 or 3 turns, like after you've used your real back row, they'll just never choose to play into it, even if, you know what I mean?
They'll start sniffing it out, especially against the better, like the higher level players. They'll be able to tell, like, all right, that has not stopped at a battle attack, that has not stopped my summon, that has not stopped a special summon. So like, it's likely road by now because I haven't nuked the whole board or something, or I haven't heavied him, and so I'll just play around road the rest of the game. And he's -1.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I don't know if it's something I'll play in the future, but you know, it serves its purpose. It's you know, theoretically, it makes your opponent play in a really weird way, which can be beneficial. But Dust Tornadoes, yeah, card's crazy. Honestly, like one of the best cards in the mirror match. 2 Soul Release. Every time I drew this card as a 1-of, I hated it. But if I drew it with like Deck Dev or another Soul Release, or like, yeah, just other, like if I'm already ahead also, then it was really good. So like against Zach in my top 8 match, he literally had a Treeborn and a Hero Engrave, and I used Soul Release, and then the next turn he normal swap, dumps a second Treeborn because he bounce swapped in, and punches, leaves his Stratos on board. I normal, I punch over the Stratos, and then main phase 2, I use the second Soul Release, and now like I cleared the Stratos, the card Stratos searched, and 2 Treeborns, and it was like, yeah, I had to draw 2, so that's why it was crazy there. But yeah, I think if players start playing around this card, I don't know if I'll be maining it in the future. But I will say, when it mattered most, I did see 2, and it was really good, and as a 2-of. How did you feel about this card?
Yeah, I've been recently a big fan of Soul Release. I think the fact that it can cover 2 matchups, which are tougher for us some of the time, both Frog and Lightsworn. And every Lightsworn player that I played recently, I've won against because I've actually resolved Soul Release. Like even at Anaheim, the guy Gold Sark for JD, and then the turn before he grabs it, I Soul Release for 5 unique names, and now I know he's like -1 in hand. And like to reset up his whole grave again, it's just too slow. And so yeah, I just like that it covers multiple matchups, and it has a lot of pressure against certain matchups. And the value it can bring into against frogs is when you see DDV, like the punish for DDV and Soul Release are different, because if they spend their whole engine because they want to play around DDV because they don't want to hold frogs in hand, then your Soul Release becomes more value. And then if they want to play around Soul Release where they hold all their frogs in hand and like slowly just only send 1 Treeborn, that's it, like very light. Right. Now all of a sudden your DDV is hitting 5 cards in hand, so it's a
they hold Ocean, they hold Swap. Yeah. No, I agree. That is the conundrum. I do think though, just paired with certain things in general might make it good enough. So maybe I just need to test more with like Soul Release plus X card and see if it makes Soul Release good enough. But yeah,
I think you need to play against a Lightsworn guy and then banish 5 unique names, and then you'll never want to get off of it.
Yeah, that's fair. It hasn't come up for me. I didn't play any Lightsworns at this last one, at least, or at Anaheim. So
the extra coverage is just nice, because I know that Lightsworn can be frustrating when they mill multiple wolves, or like they're one of the decks that can put a lot of pressure really early before you start drawing combo pieces, and so having a little extra hate for a deck like that is definitely pretty necessary, I would think. And yeah, shout out to ProStorm for initially coming up with that long time.
Yeah, G. What a G.
The
one fissure. So I went down from 2 because the only decks I was ever siding in 2 against were decks that were summoning Consecrated, which I thought were only like Lightsworn and Fairy variants, really. I think I might go back to 2 because I saw Consecrated twice yesterday. Funnily enough, within 2 turns of Consecrated hitting the board, I saw the one fissure both times.
Okay, but you didn't just hard draw the fissure. You drew into a lure, which you were able to mill more, get more of your
Yeah,
cards. So
waited a
you know,
turn.
like,
So
you
really,
waited a
it's,
turn with
yeah,
Legacy set. So
saw
you were
4
able to,
cards. Yep.
it was like, yeah, seeing 4 or 5 cards, not just, you didn't just sack and draw. Oh, my second card is fissure, and I'm just the best player. No, you played it well. You held your allure for 1 turn. You know, kept the board pressure. It was really well played, honestly. So,
I
yeah,
appreciate
awesome.
that. Yeah, but then, so what I did instead of the 2 fissures is I went up to 2 knocks, because in my head I was like, I want to see this card early. When I play against the decks it's good against. The issue is after you resolve one, the second one is severely worse card, especially if you've already hit Raikos, right? So, and yeah, even like to yesterday when we played, I played against a player who sided out his Raikos and just played like a different package, and I was like, what the heck is going on? So yeah, I had a dead knock, but I ended up just discarding it for a Brio, I'm pretty sure, and it ended up being okay. But yeah, I'd probably go back down to 1 knock. I think in an ideal world, I play 1 knock, 1 mind control, and 1 Raiko.
Yep.
But that's like so much side deck space, so it's really hard to justify that. So maybe it's just 1 knock, and then yeah, I'd say knock, the 1 knock, the Starlight Road are probably the 2 biggest, like likely to possibly make their way out of the side deck.
Yep.
And then I think with System Down and Soul Release, those are like jury's still out on that. I don't know.
Right. Yep.
And then extra deck, I won't go over it too much. It's pretty much just your standard. I play the second Armor Master over Mistworm. But yeah, I will say I did have a situation where I was like, wow, Mistworm's kind of nice right here. Because I got to bounce 2 synchros and then run over his monster. But it was one of those like situations. I already had Blizzard, and my top deck was a Brain Control, and that it could have been nice, right. But I ended up like what I ended up doing. I brained his guy, normaled Blizzard, summoned a defense, punched, synchroed with this guy main phase 2 into Dark End, send it. Like, it ended up being fine. I ended up being in a good spot. And honestly, Dark End's probably a better card to leave on the field after clearing a board. But yeah, I would say the 2 Armor Masters come up with 1 Vayu has come up with, for me, like maybe 2 or 3 games in total of me testing this deck over the last like 2 months or like month and a half. And then Mistworm, that was the first time it's ever been like, oh, I kind of want to make this right now. So
yeah, I find with the Mistworm play, there's always like an alternative route, because it's such an option to have, you know, a 4 to like to make a level 9. You can always find like a Catastor or Android or like a level 8 line somewhere in there. So there's always, it might not be the best line at the time, like, but you know, it could work out even better in your favor. So it's one of those cards where, yeah, if you feel like you're missing out on OTK potential, then I think it's worth to try testing it more. But for now, I haven't been severely punished by it. So I do think it comes up every once in a blue moon type of thing.
Right.
But yeah, so overall from this deck list, I'd say that you didn't really have a specific meta hate for like anything for the monthly. You didn't say like, oh, I'm gonna for sure see Machina at the monthly or anything. But you just like made your adjustments from Anaheim, like cut the cards you didn't really like, and then like up the cards you kind of wanted to test more or see more value out of, like Knock and stuff.
Right.
And yeah, and so that sounded like your approach to the monthly, and it paid off. You got first place. That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
So happy for you.
I feel like the monthlies are starting to kind of like actually cover what the meta actually looks like, where like it's mostly Blackwings, Vayu, and Frogs, and that's the most popular decks that are monthly for sure. I'd say the Frogs being the least popular out of the 3. And as of I think it used to be Vayu was most popular, but as of recently, I think Blackwings are. And then we have a big uptick in Machina, just like, you know, regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Is right now. We 4th, 5th most popular deck, still going to be GBs like everywhere else. And then you have like your everything else, your light swords, your plants, your ammo, all, you know, all that stuff. So thought it was good representation. So I didn't think it made a whole lot of sense to be too focused on a specific deck. I will say, like, I think with the current meta, that's why we make a lot of the same main deck choices, like the main deck dust and stuff. Thought that was really good, really confident in the mirror. I know round 1 I played frogs. Round 2 I lost a Blackwing mirror actually against Scott. He's a viewer of the channel. Appreciate you, Scott.
Shout
And
out to
then
Scott.
yeah, I'm gonna blank on a lot of these. I think round 3 I played against Vayu. Round 4 I played against zombies, I think. Round 5 was I'm blanking on my round 5. I know round 6 I played against Renee, and he's playing like the or the Twilight Sworn, or it's more like what Jason was playing, like the Twilight Vayu deck.
Yep.
And
was it Renee or Jose or?
Oh wait, no, it was.
Oh wait.
Wait,
Yeah,
I thought it was
remember.
Renee. Maybe it was Jose. I'm
I know
blanking.
Renee, I think, was on more traditional Vayu. I think he mentioned like he was on the, I think he literally just copied Eric's list from.
Oh
like,
no, you're right. It was Jose. It was Jose. Oh, I don't know why I was blanking so bad.
Oh, you're good.
It was Jose.
That might have been your round 5 or 6. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
yeah. And then in top cut, he ended up still topping anyways, though. So good for him. And then in top 8, I played Zach on Hero Frog. And then top 4 and finals, I played Glad Beast back to back. I played against David on Glad Beast and then Jackson. And Jackson keeps making it to the finals of all these things.
He does.
But yeah, and then I know against David, it was like really spooky. I didn't see Whirlwind at all, and it was like really like who utilized their traps better for the most part, I thought. And then against Jackson, game 1 I kind of steamrolled him, but game 2 got really weird because that was the game where like Consecrated Light got played. I had a lead with like a normal summon Vayu play. Played in a like really beneficial way into an Icarus attack. Like, yeah, it just ended up going my way and ended up taking down the tournament. 5-1 in Swiss. Didn't lose a game in Top Cut. Went 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. So yeah, it was pretty sweet. Decks. I like the Blackwing deck just because I get to play almost every single game. Even like my bad hand that's like Vayu, Blizzard, Kalut, you know, 3 trap cards.
That was your finals game 2 hand. It was Vayu, Blizzard, Kalut, Mirror Force, Bottomless, and Legacy.
Yep,
I think.
yep.
So like that's a very mid hand. Like if you open your one Vayu, like one of your 3 Blizzards, no big normal summon against Glads, I feel like you almost feel like you lost the game.
All weenies.
I think, yeah, all the weenies versus Glads, and not the best trap. I mean, those are good traps, but not going second. I mean, Mirror Force is good going second, but your hand is not double Whirlwind Shura, whatever, like the auto win hands, and so you have to grind this one out for sure, and you still converted that game to a win. So I think that's awesome. I mean, you definitely know how to get max value out of your cards. And so I guess a question I'm thinking as like a viewer, like how did you approach like the Glad Beast? Because like I can see that being a frustrating matchup for a lot of people. And so like I know you have your take on like how Kalut interacts in that matchup. Yeah, and just like I guess give a little bit of insight onto that. You don't have to share all your trade secrets, but whatever you feel like sharing.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is you want to stick a big monster, because like all their guys are pretty small if they can't get to their fusion monster or they can't tag out. So you want to get to a big monster. They kind of telegraph when they have cards they can use, because if they're using a little monster attacking to your big monster, you know it's Wabku, you know it's Book, you know it's Compulse, right? So you like they move in a very predictable way. So it's really easy to be like stick a big monster and then just sit behind that and keep punching and net advantage. And then like you can, especially if you open Whirlwind, like you're in a boat where it's going to get really bad for them really fast. So game 1, I knew that my opponent was playing Heraclinos, or not Heraclinos, the Hoplimus. And so I did do an allure play where I had double Sirocco and a Clute as my only monsters in hand, and I banished a Sirocco. My mindset was being, if he set Heraclina or Hoplimus and I punched it, that he wouldn't use any traps, right? Because then like it's not going to kill it. And then if it wasn't, he either has to use a trap or he's going to like Wabaku or something. But then if he Wabakus, tags out, the best scenarios for him is popping my guy, but I had Fissure in hand. So I end up opting to do the play where I hold the Kalute. Because that way, if he lets me attack in the Hoplimus, I get to clear it, and then it gets really bad for him really fast. Ended up being a Wabaku and a Weenie, but the Weenie was the one that pops face-up monsters, so he couldn't even tag into that one.
Yep.
So he just summoned Laquari, which went to 2100, and I still Fissure it, and then I'm still sitting on my Sirocco. So it's pretty nice. I got to hold the value there. He does end up smashing ground, I think, later. So like that's why I got a little awkward. But I was holding Icarus, so like my Kalute was still going to get value regardless. But yeah, it's weird because I do think you just want to stick a beater, but then Kalute's also really good because it gives them like false confidence, especially if you only have like one back row and you chain it and they trap stun, like you get it out of the way.
Yeah, I think the big key of it playing around trap stun is huge. Them getting baited into thinking they're safe in battle because ever going +1 on their monsters. Yeah, because they usually play a limited monster count, so like being able to clear any of their monsters and sticking a big guy, like their deck becomes a lot more fragile. And so Kalute being an alternative win con, it plays around shrink. Just random cards that can come up.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean it's a good. I think the way I saw you play it was basically if you had a big monster, you're just protecting. Like I'm pretty sure you solemned for an android on the field.
Yep.
Even though it was like 3 cards to 3, like you don't know what his other cards are. You're just like, I don't know if he has the resources with just 2 or 3 cards left to out this android. So even though Solemn costs half my life here, I'm just down to like, even though he like tries to smash and ground your guy, which sometimes I might like go through, because of like value wise, I want my Solemn to secure me the game or something. But you're like, nope, I'm just gonna take this winning spot and hold on to it for the rest of the game, and it ended up winning you the whole match. So I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, he didn't have the out to the android the turn before, and I had attacked directly.
Yep.
And so when he smashed, like draws for turn and activates smashing, I'm like, okay, he didn't have the out when I attacked last turn. If I judgment here, he's probably not gonna have the out again. I think his one set that he allowed me to attack turn before ended up being a Book of Moon, which he used the next turn, and then he drew a monster because otherwise, obviously, with me not having back row, he would have normaled the monster and booked the turn before if he had it. So yeah, but then like I already had follow up at that point behind it. So
right, yeah, you kept the pressure on him by solving it there, so that he was not able to get max Book of Moon value. He had to go -1 on his book, and so like yeah, I think that's how you can actually beat a lot of decks when they try to get max value out of the cards, but they just can't because you're forcing so much pressure on them at all times that they have to start removing your stuff and trying to just live and play the game another more turn or two. And so yeah, I think your strategy of keeping them on their back foot, because when Glad Beast gets rolling, it gets out of hand so fast.
Yeah, I think just stick a beater against that deck. Obviously, the things that get scary is if they have like War Chariot and you're forced into scenarios where you like have to Blizzard or have to Gale, like then that's where it's like gets really spooky. Or even like a damage step Kalute. But I just think in general, we are slightly favored. We used to be crazy favored back when Blackwings main depression, but I think in general it's slightly favored for Blackwings, just how our deck's built and how big our monsters are in comparison.
Yeah, and the removal of like the extra D prison, like we use Gores now, which they can usually easily deal with. So it's like our deck isn't streamlined to like beat them as bad game 1 anymore, but it's better against the meta. So it's a give and take with everything. Yeah, I think we covered pretty much everything we wanted to for the deck list. Yeah, do we want to hop in a game and like do the reverse role coaching this time? Like you're the pilot and I just sit back and get to watch you cook someone online.
Yeah, let's do it. Before we head into the games real quick, I'm gonna give a couple shout outs if that's cool.
Oh, for sure.
Because I forgot to do it earlier. So first, my wife Bella, she supports me a ton. I yap in her ear about Edison and Yu-Gi-Oh in general all the time because she used to be a really good player. She doesn't care for the game nearly as much anymore. But yeah, she'll always lend me an ear and give me advice on cards she thinks I should try out, or if I'm like between some cards, she'll help me try to like think out play like what's better, certain plays for certain interactions. So always appreciate her and just letting me go to these tournaments and waste the whole Saturday. And then shout out to the boys. Honestly, quick little story. So a bunch of my friends, normally a bunch of us are in Top Cut, but a lot of my close buddies didn't make it, like you and Kevin and a lot of those guys. And you guys were You know, normally if everyone's out by that point, everyone's just going to leave, enjoy the rest of their Saturday. It's like 7 p.m. But you guys also decided to stick around, just support me. And you guys don't know how much that means to me. Like, it made me so happy. Honestly, it was like just extra motivation. So I really appreciate all you guys. Appreciate Sizzle, because after I lost round 2, he's like, oh, you finally lost one early? I guess you're winning the event. Because the joke is I always go 6-0 or I'm 5-0 and then I lose in the last round. So yeah, he made the joke that I finally lost one early, so I was going to win this one. Then shout out to all the Chili's. Honestly, just so much support from everyone, just seeing all the messages and, you know, getting all the hugs after. I know it's just a monthly, but it feels like so much more premier than like a case tournament. Just the level of competition is really good there. The average quality of players definitely stronger there than like when I've gone out to a lot of other events. So yeah, love it. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of people. Shout out TGS, obviously. The store that hosts our monthlies, they sponsor me. Those guys are awesome. They host an awesome charity tournament. They collected hundreds, if not thousands of cans. Like there was a ridiculous corner of cans that I was like, oh my God.
Stacked charity event for sure.
And then shout out Kyle Gravison. He's been a day one homie for me, always helps me out, always supporting me as well. And I know it's not the ultimate time wizard, but I wanted to give a shout out to my grandfather who just passed away as well. So the reason I haven't posted here for the past few weeks is because of that. I was kind of grieving that, didn't have really any motivation to do the YouTube stuff. So, but we're back. They're gonna come out more consistently again, and it does feel good to have a win so shortly after that. So, but yeah, without further ado, let's get into the gameplay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we are in here. Okay, let's go with. I'm feeling scissors. Fuck.
You mother. That's okay. We'll show them the going second experience of Blackwings. We'll still win game 1, and it'll be just a smooth sailing game with no misplays. Okay, we lost. It's double bottomless.
We're screwed. We're screwed. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what he decides to do. Come on, pal.
I wouldn't say that our hand is too bad. I like the variety. Like, we have a lot of normal summons. We're normal summon gated. Our traps are pretty limited, but it's not the worst hand that we had. It's definitely one of the average Blackwing. Oh, okay, now it became a lot better.
Oh yeah, tons better. Are we just going Stardust?
Yeah, I think Stardust is
Stardust
very safe
at bottomless. Yeah, I like it a lot.
I mean, you assume Raiko.
Yep.
Worst case, I've been punished before by this, is a DD Warrior Lady, and yeah, it made me want to punch my monitor, but 99% of the time it's not DD Warrior Lady, so we'll just assume it's Raiko and get our +1.
Oh,
and we lost.
We're in danger.
I mean, it's okay. We'll do the
bottomless chain Stardust play. Yeah. I don't set both, right?
I don't think so. I don't think he has.
Yeah, I don't think so either, because he can't really target to destroy these anyways.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Is he just gonna tribute it? Hey, it's not great, but like.
Yeah, double tribute. Glad. Swing for 25 first for the free damage, and then.
Oh, this got really bad.
Yeah. That's pretty bad. I mean, our hand was not suited to deal with this type of board, so.
It's all right. So we lose game 1, and we come back and win game 2 and 3.
Exactly. Yeah, we show them how the side plan works.
The side plan works.
That's what we're supposed to do. Game 1 doesn't even matter. It's a match. It's a 2 out of 3 game. You play more games 2 out of 3 than you do game 1 or something. I don't know.
All right. At least he's not going for the uni line.
Oh yeah. He just wants to end on a nice lock.
Oh, he didn't attack with sub. Smart man. Smart man.
Smart play. Wow, showing restraint on DB, that's kind of crazy, actually.
It is crazy.
That's a new tech. I haven't seen that in a minute.
Your opponents aren't supposed to do that.
Mothers.
All right, so here is where my head's at. I think. So here's the issue, right? He's going to get to uni.
He's going for uni. Yeah, that's his next place for sure. Uni pop this back row.
So are we... normaling this Shura and then setting up like a Black Rose line for next turn? Are we?
I think if you, it might. I mean, this game is kind of tough already, so I'm not opposed to just like set Shura, set everything, like threaten an Icarus type of play. So he's forced to just do, like Unifrog. Like he's not gonna do chainable stuff.
He'll
Like,
probably Uni and then turn to summon a Caius or something. I think, or like main phase 2.
I feel like he'll just sit on Uni because Frog players just like to sit on their advantage.
Let's try it. I like it.
Setting the Shura makes him play more into Shura, depending on what we can draw, because he doesn't really care to clear a Vi. Like, yeah, it just threatens. Like he can't summon Caius here. I mean, he can, but if it's Icarus, he just gets insanely punished. So okay, well,
tributing both. Oh wait, I can double bottomless, right?
Yeah, you just double bottomless. Yeah, what the heck? And then it just nukes his field, and I mean, I'm good with this.
So
I mean, ideally, if we had draw trap,
it nukes his field still, right?
Yeah, I should still nuke his field. Oh, does it send a grave? I actually haven't read that.
I don't know. When this card's destroyed and sent to the graveyard. Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
No. All right. Interesting. Maybe he's not on Uni. I don't know.
I mean, he just saw Lad and went for Lad. It might be.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so I don't really like this spot in general. Yeah. We can normal revive. Another. Would Mistform actually be good here?
Actually, though, it's actually well, how do we make it with 2 tuners?
Oh, no, you're right. You can't. It's not Kalut.
Yeah, it's not.
Thinking. I mean, I feel like we have to do something here.
Yeah, but I don't see any good line.
I don't either, is the issue.
Like, it literally might be set Shura again and like get. I don't know, that can't be right, dude. Like
I mean, Judgment their next play. But then what are we doing after that?
Yeah, because we'll have a Blizzard.
I think we do wait though. I think we just pass. Because I think we Judgment
another normal, and we're Judgmenting their next play anyways. So like if
that's true. That's true.
I think it's usually set Shura again, which is like
this feels so bad.
It does feel pretty bad. I mean, I don't know. You're the pilot. I should have let you drive.
Yeah, I feel like not leaving a tuner on board is probably correct, but
we're trying to claw our way out of this. Oh, you can just type /half in the chat.
Oh yeah, I just quick math in my head. Oop.
You're just too smart, bro.
That's what it is. Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Okay, see, now we have a little bit.
And now I think we still sit here though, and we just set the Icarus, right?
We actually just set Icarus and pass.
Because if he tributes again, then we get to chain.
Exactly. So this is looking more like Dream Frog, less Hero Frog, because he just has Lad.
Okay, he didn't bring back Treeborn. Wait.
Oh, what the heck?
What the? Mausoleum Frogs?
Mauso Frog. That's kind of hyped up.
Interesting. I think I let him summon whatever it is, as long as it's not Jinzo, right?
As long as it's, I agree. Oh.
Oop.
Oh.
It's all right. I mean, we can.
Fine, yeah.
We'll be fine. This is gonna die, but that's fine.
And now we pop everything. Woohoo!
Yep. So we hit the, because this destroys only monsters, right? So we hit the Mausoleum and the Lad.
I'm okay with killing Lad and I don't want him to Treeborn access, but then I guess he'll just summon a monster anyways, like with the paying 1,000. But kind of down to have him pay 1,000 to be Treeborn locked behind his Mausoleum. I mean, what do you think on that?
Oh no, that's a good point. Actually, I think I like that. I think you're entirely correct. I forgot it locks Treeborn. That is a very, very smart. All right, so we're going to use this to revive, and we're going to tribute. So what's he going to revive? Caius or a 2,000 defense guy? So I think we have to tribute the Shura, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Chain link 1, 2.
Yep. Yep.
And then provide the other shroud. Wait, it only destroys monsters, right?
Oh, that's why I thought I didn't read. I literally can't read. So.
Destroy all cards you control. Oop.
Oh, did not know that.
Oop.
Well, this is a free Goyo, so I don't know. That seems decent.
All right. I guess we'll just. I mean, we're still not in a good spot.
Yeah, we're still tough. Like the fact we're even fighting in this game at all is, I think, pretty cool. So
Yeah.
it just shows,
All
how
right.
resilient the deck can be sometimes. Because I feel like we should have lost this game like 10
Yeah,
times ago.
no, I agree. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on right now. We've just chained and did
Yeah.
things to 2 lads.
Dude, he resolved 2 lads against us, and we had no draw traps. Like,
Maybe
how
he
are we
doesn't
gonna-
have. Maybe he doesn't have more Caius Ryza. He definitely has Gores.
Do we have 3?
We have 5. Nowhere near it. We need Blizzard and a Vivale. So we're definitely just attacking with Caius.
Yeah, just Caius, I'm pretty sure. And then like
See what he does.
Yep.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, is it the 3rd lad?
All right, let's see Allure. How about we see Allure?
Allure would be pretty.
Allure would go
pretty sick.
hard. 3rd Light and Darkness.
3rd Light and Darkness Dragon.
Oh
Yeah,
no. Okay, maybe he just tributes.
I mean, his deck is just.
I don't even
designed
know.
to Game 1 with multiple econ. He just.
Heavy. Oh god.
This guy is-
This is so bad for us.
I mean, it's fine. His deck is designed to do this. So.
Miracle, and we're
it
dead.
is hero.
And we're dead.
And we're dead. I mean, that's fine. On to game 2. Good try,
Woo.
everybody.
Okay. So he insta dumped 2 Treeborn. Are we doing this?
Oh, for sure. I think so. If he's doing that. Just
But
to
I don't
punish
feel
him.
like we cite in oppressions. Do you?
I mean, he just showed us Miracle, so now I feel like I'm okay too. At first, I was kind of 50-50 on the substitute only, but if he's actually citing in Miracles, and yeah.
I don't know. Like he was. I mean, this is going in.
Here, you pick for sure what you want, and then I.
My
can comment on
only
how
thing,
far
right,
we are.
is it. How is he cramming all those cards into his deck? You know what I mean?
True.
So like, is he on 3 Miracle? Is it like, I don't know. And are we only hitting Miracle with it?
Oh, or Oppression.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down to just. Yeah, I'm down to play like 1 maybe if you want to try that going first. But
Yeah, I'm down for that actually.
both.
So we'll do this, and that'll come out. I side out heavy in this matchup.
Yep, I agree.
I keep in 1 MST though, and then I do a draw trap, but he's on lads.
No, I'd keep all the draw traps. Probably take out
Yeah.
the mirror. It's too slow and doesn't banish the Unifrog.
That's
type of
true, and I do 1 bottomless a lot of times.
thing. Bottomless could be hit or miss. I don't mind taking out bottom.
I think I'm gonna take out 1, and
Yeah,
boom,
something like that. It's
easy.
like easy.
Yep, I like this. I like this.
Oh, you have Dark Illusion if you want that over another bottomless, maybe.
With his
but then-
list, I don't know. Actually, yeah, we definitely should. But see, I normally do. Oh, too late. I normally do 1 draw
we'll see if it
trap,
comes up. We'll see if it
but he
comes up.
plays lads, so it's a little bit
Yeah,
weirder.
we need the extra chainables. We need to punish the lad. I mean, he might take it out too. But
Okay.
I'd say any hand with Dust Shoot is always a upper tier hand. when you go
Yeah,
first,
do like
so-
that. So we go set
Not-
dust shoot. I'm not committing anything else, I don't think. I could set prison, but it's probably just trading with the swap, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't set prison for sure.
Like we're gonna see his
Um,
hand. Yeah, I think we just set the dust shoot and pass.
Yeah, we can go for. I think that's the safest, highest information line for sure. And we can see if DDV is getting max value, or we can use it for some other card.
Oh,
And DDV is insane.
okay.
so
He's
that's
playing
pretty cool.
treacherous. So we'll go. He's gonna get to search with Rhoda. Tretch. Uni. 2 dupe. Highest back to deck.
Yep.
Because we're gonna get a whole lot of value out of DDV if we can resolve it.
Yep. Agreed.
And now that we know he has treacherous, like it's gonna be really awkward for him to play
Mhm.
into Ick. He set a card and pass. He doesn't even Rhoda. Makes sense. Okay, so it's definitely dupe.
Yep.
I think we just, because he's probably going to.
I mean, if you set anything, he's gonna Unifrog, right? Or he might not, but
We know he doesn't have heavy. I think we just set Kalut and set Prison and Icarus.
okay, I'm down for that. I like that.
Because it's definitely just a dupe set.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Summon Uni,
Yep. And now, yeah, we could actually just.
yeah, the prisons. This is why you keep prison for this matchup, is because of this little shit.
That little guy.
That little
Yeah,
guy.
there's the treacherous. Yeah, I mean, we'd just wait for him to use it anyways.
Yep.
Oh, that might change plans. Let's think. I think we just attempt to attack over this.
Yeah, because I mean, you're not summoning anything into treacherous, so. Yep.
And like if he pops both, we just whirlwind main phase 2, deck dev. Yep. All right. And then. Okay, yep, I was waiting to see if he had a uni or not. So do you want to, we know he has dupe, swap, Rhoda unknown.
Yep.
Are you setting the deck dev here, or are we just?
I think I am, because it like he has to like MST it, or
Yeah.
he can't heavy because it clears his own back row. So
That's true. That's
he's
true.
just in an awkward spot.
Because it's treacherous specifically.
Yeah.
And like,
I want him.
yep, here's the Stratos play, which is kind of good for us because now we can Kalut and turn on our Blizzard if we want.
Yep. I mean, it turns on our deck dev too, which is I think pretty value. Hopefully adds Prodigy or something. Oh, yeah, this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, do you want to?
I think I want to.
Or do you want to?
I think I want to Icarus attack.
Yeah, I think so too. I was like, this is pretty good. Like killing an Alias and the Treacherous is pretty good value.
Yeah, he has Stratos, swap,
Another dupe,
and a dupe in hand.
Yep.
So and now we also. Yeah, this is goofy. I think we just do this. Or are you wanting to use your Gale? I'd like to keep the Gale ideally, but I'm kind of greedy, I guess.
Yeah, the only downs, I guess you can like if he gets rid of Whirlwind next turn, then we don't have any Gale access in the grave. That's the only like alternative of sending an extra Gale to, like, say he somehow gets Miracle, you want Gale on this, like he plays heavy. He has one unknown card and one other unknown card he's gonna draw to.
Right.
And if he heavy Miracles, we're in a pretty bad spot because
that's true. Also, Gale plays a little bit better into Gores. Yeah, I'm okay with that actually.
Yeah, I think just getting Gale in rotation against this deck is pretty good, especially when you can secure him in the graveyard also. Right.
No, I think playing around the worst scenario is actually fine right here. So
because we're in a winning spot, so now all we have to do is let's care about worst case scenario, which is Miracle plus heavy or something. So we insulate against both by creating a 6-star that will tribute for dark, and then and then if he doesn't, this sets up an OTK next turn with our.
So question, because he has swap, are we preemptively slamming this and letting him just Stratos search, or are we just?
No, I'm not preemptively.
No,
I'm waiting. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Stratos loses to this, so he feels
max value. I like it.
Yeah, he feels less incentivized to summon Stratos because we already have the monster out to it. So.
Right, but then he's just going to swap bounce, which means he's going to have Treeborn in rotation. That's the only reason I thought maybe.
But he's dead next turn.
Oh.
Yeah, see, so heavy store. Let's go. And then he's going to miracle. Show us the miracle, baby. Yeah, because now our guy's in rotation. Yep. And
double swap.
And just okay. I mean, it's not the worst case, but at least we played around heavy where we have access.
Yeah, I told you his list can't fit all those cards.
Right.
So that makes sense.
Draw value for game, NT.
Oh wait, that's just cracked in this spot. I think. Do we want to leave this on board, or do we want to synchro into something big? Probably synchro into something big, actually. Ugh, I kind of want to leave a Blackwing, because if I get 2 Blackwings in attack, then even like a Caius play, if he can get to it at some point, won't matter.
I mean, he's literally drawing to 1, so I don't see how he wins this.
Miracle, maybe.
So you have oppression.
Yeah, we have oppression. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're just doing this.
I was gonna say, because we have oppression, we just do the Gale, bring out Gale half and run over, and then next turn we just go attack.
Switch attack.
Yeah. But I mean,
well, that was like the greedier line I was talking about before, but I thought that we would just press for damage, because like what 1 card draws does he have? I guess it ends up being more damage because we have Clute in hand the other way.
Exactly. You can convert the Clute into game shot.
Oh wait, I get 600.
But this looks like okay. Yeah.
GG's.
Nice.
GG's.
Okay.
All right.
Change for us going second? Not super.
I don't think so. I still think we only do the 1 oppression though.
Oh, Dark Illusion might be better than Bottomless now because we're going second. I don't know. Up to you. You can still keep the 1 if you like, or just a draw trap going second is not as strong. But
is it stronger?
I like keeping in draw traps. I like mixing up my opponents.
I do too. I'm debating on this and Bottomless. Yeah, I think we'll do this.
Yeah, I think typically it's the Bottomless, but
yeah, I think we'll do that.
Side decking isn't art, not something that's like set in stone.
Right.
Not scripture.
It's so weird because his list is just different. Like normally, I keep in 1 Bottomless, Dark Illusion comes in, and I have 2 oppression in my deck. But against this list, it's a little different. And I'm a weirdo in this matchup. I side down to 2 Icarus a lot.
Yeah, you're weird. That's a weird thing to do. I mean, I think I've done it in the past, but after getting dupe blocked or like all their cards just Caius, it's just like it trades so well.
Yeah, it does once they've established, but if they play this like slow game,
yeah, that's true.
Like where they're like punching with the Stratos, and then they wait till you commit to the board, and then they'll bring back their Treeborn. I hate Icarus in those games.
I guess you're talking about the peak level frog players, which
but when they just do block you and like, all right, sick, Icarus is cracked.
Yeah. Right. Because I think a lot of the general frog players are trying to find. Okay. See, as long as one of the 3 games you do something like this.
He just passed. He just passed.
Oh my god, this game is. Well, at least I get to get off early because as we run long now. But I'm glad we got to showcase all the. We showed like a.
Are you dropping Gale here?
Oh, I'm doing the whole. I'm sending the farm.
Sending the farm.
Yeah.
And then we're making our boy. Oh, okay, perfect.
It's literally perfect. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
Accidentally click Black Rose, lose the game on the spot. Nice.
LOL. All right, so we're not shotgunning this, right?
Oh no, for sure not.
Because we can always judgment too.
Yeah. And I'm not even judgmenting if he sacks for Caius. I'm just taking 24 up the butt. All right, that sucks.
I think we do judgment this.
Yeah, you have to.
But the issue is if he sacks for Caius, we're just screwed.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fine.
Do we judgment and then preemptively deck dev?
No, because he'll still be able to sack for Caius and banish for 1 instead. So
yeah, but are we dead if he sacks for Caius and targets our guy?
Oh, are we? Oh, we might be dead. 4,000. Yeah, holy.
But if we do it now, I don't think we die.
Yeah, you can put thinking on him because I'm not sure if we want to or not. Yeah, because it's very likely he could have just Caius us. It's very incentivized.
Yeah.
There's actually pretty good merit to. I think you have to shotgun.
I think so too. This just got terrifying all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know, right? It's the heavy into solemn, but it is what it is.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so we would have lost. We would have
Oh my
lost.
god.
It's all good.
Yeah, we're in danger though. He's playing Fusion
Are we
Gate. What
dead?
is this?
I don't even know what's going on right now.
No, we're not dead. We're not dead. But he is treacherous. He is okay. Definitely spooky. Definitely spooky.
Tretch is kind of annoying.
Tretch, Econ, Fusion Gate, and Lad. Oh god.
No.
I think we just have to set
Yeah,
Sirocco.
I think so. Man, this got so bad with that.
What the heck? It looks so nice.
Were we not supposed to set Solemn turn 1? Maybe.
Was I not supposed to attack with Sirocco? Or with Shura?
Shura?
I don't know. What the? Oh, wait.
Oh,
Wait. Are we cracked? No, we're not cracked. That's
Oh,
crazy.
no,
we're
so
ass.
bad.
We're ass.
bad.
Oh,
I
wait.
mean, we had to.
Gotcha.
Oh my god, it's brain control. The power of Solemn touch.
Oh, wow. We are so crushed here.
Wait. Yeah, I guess if you summon Blizzy, he's just gonna Tretch for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
And I can't leave anything face up. Oh, God. We're
he just
dead.
wins.
We're dead.
Hey, that's the beauty of Yu-Gi-Oh! You can open the stones and lose, baby.
Oh, man. Oh, man. We're going to get made fun of so badly for this one.
I know. I mean, it's okay. I think we should,
GG.
the highs and lows of the deck, but surprisingly, it was with the reverse hands. We showed how good it is, how you can play out of bad hands, and how you can throw with good hands.
Did we throw, though? Like, what are we supposed to do differently?
I guess just attack Gale only was an option, and then
Right,
if
but
it
in
doesn't
our
drop
head,
it,
it's like...
yeah,
I guess
I mean,
gore. It specifically has to have gores and then heavy behind it. That's how.
it's Gore's heavy
Plus a
and then high.
tribute. Gores heavy
yeah.
plus tribute. I feel like I wouldn't play around that though. A 3-card.
Yeah, a 3-card combo is usually not the most common to play around, but I think we still,
He did just pass turn 1. Maybe we just normal Shura, add Kalut and pass. Is that crazy? We know he doesn't have swap already.
Yeah,
He didn't set anything. I think maybe we were supposed to just try to abuse our whirlwind as long as we could.
Yeah, I think it might have just been hold solemn actually, because our board we're not.
Well, if he
protecting much with
heavies,
that.
then
we just
chain deck dev and pass.
Yeah, and that's like.
I mean, we lose whirlwind though.
I mean, yeah, but it already got a search, and then we had. I think that's probably what it was, and then we just don't set solemn, and then the next turn is when you actually make the real clapback board. With
So just don't set the solemn. You're saying?
Yeah. I think
that
was
makes
the
sense.
biggest takeaway. Because he'll clear whatever, and then.
Yeah. No, we might have punted. GG's.
No, we definitely punted, but that's okay. GG's. Hopefully, chat learned something from that. How not to punt your games in the future.
Oh my God, shut up, dude. And this is how you win TGS Monthlies.
Exactly.
Look at us as an example. I'm just kidding. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for hosting a episode on the channel and being my host for my deck profile. I appreciate it, Chai. Appreciate all the support.
Yeah, big congrats to you, bro. Just happy you finally got the dub, and excited to see how many more dubs are in the pipeline for 2025, bro.
Yep, Bird Bros will keep getting them. Kevin's next.
Yes, Kevin's next.
All right, love you guys. Peace out.